Kia ora and welcome to AI Demo Day, the first Demo Day event that we've produced for New Zealand.ai. I'm Justin Flitter, I'm the founder of AI New Zealand, and for the last 8 years, we've been helping Kiwi organisations discover why, where and how to be leveraging artificial intelligence. Today, over 2 live demo sessions, you're going to see firsthand 7 different companies and meet the people and deep dive into the product to discover firsthand how you can use these AI tools to unlock the potential of artificial intelligence in your business. Let's get started. Welcome, Melissa. Fantastic
Thank you.
that you could join us for Demo Day. I'm going to let you, well, what's been your AI journey?
Well, I'm a non-technical founder, so I've been learning fast. And I think, that's what we all have to do, right? And that's a big part of my story, really, that, if you're not learning AI, you're not integrating it every day, you're already dead, right? So I use many platforms every day, and obviously we've built a product around it. So yeah, it's a fun journey being a non-technical founder. If you haven't been one and you're attempting to be it, definitely look me up. I will share a little bit today about our process, which might be helpful for a few people as well.
Fantastic.
Well, because we've only got 10 minutes left.
We will go. We've got time for you to take us through your platform. Share your screen with us and let's go. Yay.
Can you see my screen?
Love the branding. It's great.
You can see my screen. Okay, hallelujah. Every single speaker so far has had tech problems, so hopefully we don't have any. Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa Jenner. I'm the founder of Actvo. We play in the world of work, and as you know, the world of work's been changing rapidly, even before AI, COVID, and remote working changed the way we work. But now what we all know is true is it's never going to be the same again. So for the past 8 years from my business start now, I've been the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff. I've been working with thousands of people who've been leaving companies because their growth is not aligned to the company's growth. And that problem is now going to scale rapidly with the disruption that AI is going to bring to the workforce. So I want to get involved in going up the food chain to the source of the problem, which is inside businesses. And if you haven't figured it out already, the cost of people's dissatisfaction at work can erode the entire profit of your business. If you have a churn rate of 20% today, it could grow. That is calculated for a mid-sized business, and fully loaded cost could erode your entire profit. So it's a big problem, and it's one that I'm really interested in solving. So we focus, this is our why, to make it easier for mid-sized businesses to scale the growth of their people alongside their own. And this is a really tricky, thorny problem for mid-sized businesses. We focus on helping the messy middle inside these businesses, not leaders, not underperformers. It's the people in the middle of your company who probably get the least help. And we focus on growth companies, and these companies have very small or no HR resources. They're agile, they're light on headcount. They have very specialist SME leaders who don't have the skills or interest, frankly, in figuring out how to help their people go on this journey with them. Every single company right now is trying to think about how do they rebuild their business model, like you've been hearing from the previous businesses that have presented. And what we've got to start thinking about is taking our people on that journey. As human beings, we want to grow. It's a human need. But most people who are not like us, most people who are in the middle of your company, they don't know how to do it for themselves. They need a good process. And so, with predictions that half of this technical skills are going to be obsolete in 2 years, it's no longer a luxury to think about how you are adapting your career and your skill base. It's a have to do. And the World Economic Forum is predicting that, things like creative thinking, curiosity, agility, these are the skills of the future. So those are the things that we're really focused on in our product, is to help mid-sized businesses really scale up that growth. And, in the past, we used to worry about engagement. We used to worry about, are our people engaged? Are they satisfied in their job? That's no longer what HR teams should be worrying about. They should be worrying about activation of human skills. And I don't know if anyone saw, but Micah Kaufman, who's the CEO of Fiverr, this morning sent an email, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, to all staff, saying, basically AI is coming for our jobs. And so we've got every single human that works for Fiverr, he has now said, start thinking about how you're going to reskill. And hard tasks, he says, will be the new easy. What was once impossible will be the new hard, right? So our ability to help our people go on this journey is going to be really mission critical as part of the shift that we're going through. Now, so what we offer is the ability for people to figure this out, a future for themselves, share that with you so you can open up and understand how they're going to go on the growth journey with you. And this has been a tricky piece of work because we are in the business of building a product for end users. We need to ensure employees are engaged, they're able to be creative and discovery-led and authors of their own journey. But we also need to build a product that's relevant to our buyers, which is businesses. So the payback that we give to businesses is connecting this product into some existing processes around human development and review cycles, and really giving a person agency in the organization to lead this change. So that's kind of the business that we're in. That's what we solve for. I'm going to show you a very quick demo in a minute. But yeah, we're in the business of building self-directed learners. I thought I would just touch really quickly on some of the AI beliefs that we have that underpin this product. So the first is about generic AI and general tools, right? And they work if you know what you need. But when you're dealing with a very difficult challenge or a personal challenge, it's very difficult to get the right outcome out of generic AI. So we all know that AI works best with prompts, and the best prompts are when you know the best method or process to get the right answer. When it comes to things like, so if you've got a standard set of instructions to an AI and it's not likely to change, you're going to get the answer that you want. You can repeat that over and over, right? Which is what we've seen with some of the other products. But when it comes to things like managing personal change or your health or your finances or your career, people don't know how to fix that, right? So they don't know how to ask the AI how to get the answer that they need. That requires a really good process. So we're helping to give people that process. The second thing that we believe in is agency over agents. So agents have their role, right? But we don't want to give up full control to an agent when it's something that is very personal to you and is consistently changing. We want to give agency to people who use our product. We believe in co-design, and we believe in processes that are human adapted, not fully AI automated. So that's been a big part of building this product. The third thing we believe in is this idea of AI is enhancing, not automating fully. Reid Hoffman is famous in his book, Super Agency. If you haven't read it, you should. He talks about this a lot. In the age of AI, you have to be good at decision-making, creativity, etc. And you can engage with AI more powerfully to leverage those human intelligence skills on your own if you've got the learning capability and the ability to rapidly learn new skills. So that's what we're trying to imbue in companies and for people, is this ability to amplify what it is that you're good at as a human being, right? Find that stuff that you're really great at and build jobs and roles around that for yourself. And we're a little bit worried that, the biggest potential losers in this process are going to be your people. If you are not upskilling them and taking them on the journey with you, you're effectively choosing to leave them behind, which I would argue is going to have a bigger cost to your business than upskilling, and it's going to cost us as an economy a lot. And everyone knows about exponential uncertainty, which is the reality which we all have to kind of build into what we're doing. So just in terms of our build approach, a lot of people have asked me about how we went about doing this. So this is built on some existing IP that we've now turned into a fully digital AI-enabled SaaS product. And I thought I'd just very simply unpack this into 5 steps. I'm not going to go through it because we don't have time. If anyone wants me to share this with them, I'm happy to take them through it. But essentially, when you're building a product like this, you have to really do a lot of work before you build your MVP, and then you have to expect that your MVP, which we launched last year, is going to have to be completely rebuilt once you put it in front of customers. So don't build it to too high a spec. We probably rebuilt 50 to 60% of ours before we really locked in on the tech stack, and then we augmented it mostly in the last 6 months with pretty rich UX and back data kind of capacity and dashboarding. So, you know, and you can really build it with 2 people. I started with a co-founder and now I have a head of technology. So, you know, you really just need a tech expert and a product expert in any team to build an AI-enabled product if you've got the IP. So yeah, I'm just going to run, hopefully this will work, a very short demo. I decided not to do it live because that might be, so this is just a few minutes, so I'll let this run. So this is the product and it's really very simple. It's made up of 3 layers: start, solve, and grow. The start layer is an AI augmented profile on the employee's value proposition. It gives the employees, when they join the program, an immediate payback, plus for them, the user, and also for the business. And it also offers a contextual brief to our AI, which we use to underpin what we recommend in both Solve and Grow. Solve is where people start learning. It sets up a learning mindset. They start with working on their everyday challenges, and we can make challenges contextual to companies and industries. What it also does for the platform and the business is it starts to help us learn what each person's individual learning styles are. And the last part of the product is Grow, where people start to grow new skills aligned to new roles that are AI adapted. So we only present roles that are future of work and assuming that processes have already been automated. We do that through offering people pathways, which includes increased optionality around portfolio and gig and contract working. And we align jobs to activities. And most of our activities are experience or connection-based, as well as some technical and soft skill building. So if I just show you through each of these, in the story, what we've done is we have, through a series of activities, we have created some statements on each employee's value. So we take them through a range of different activities here, and then we co-create these statements of their value, who they are, what they offer, and their superpower. And so that is really something that can be, it's a great starting point for anyone to sort of really think about, what is my ability creatively and humanly to offer value into the workforce. So that in itself is a great reward for both individuals and companies, and becomes the backdrop context for the AI rules and algorithm. The next thing we enter is into Solve, and this is where we get people to solve everyday challenges by offering them pathways of activities. So for example, they will select challenges. They might start this one. They will reflect on activities that are experiential, connection, and skill-based activities to solve challenges like self-doubt about my abilities. And once they've selected 3 different activities, for example, they can then structure their approach and calendar that into their workflow. And then the last part of the product is Grow, where we really are capturing a little bit more context around their vision, their work preferences, and again, they can then set up pathways for themselves based on those preferences. So we've done a little bit of work on getting to know them a little bit here as we're focusing forward, and then we're going to match them in a ranking order to one of 12 different pathways. And companies can turn these pathways off if they choose, but what's really rich about this is it starts to show what your employees are most suited to in terms of ways of working. And we match this in terms of their needs that they've identified earlier in the process through the story, but also their skills and their experience. And then within those pathways, we're going to show them jobs. And these jobs are things that we know, this is reasonably senior person's profile, they're jobs that we know will exist in the future of work. And what we're going to show them here with their jobs is what work experience do they have and don't they have, what skills do they have and don't they have, and then we're going to help them close those skill gaps. So just say we wanted to be a global head of strategy and transformation, we are then going to be given a range of activities. Now, these are both research-based, skill-based, and experience-based. And each of these has got links through to relevant resources, courses, and networking opportunities. So that's pretty much how the product works. It's Oh, okay. Can you still hear me? I'm back. Sorry, that was a bit of a whistle stop tour because I know we're running out of time, but I just want to finish off with a couple of use cases of current clients, just to give you a sense of how businesses are interpreting this. So the first woman we've been working with is a COO of a tourism company, Heidi. She's got a very young, diverse team, lots of churn in tourism. She wants these people to grow with the business. They've just acquired a new organization and they're setting up a new team. She wants to identify leaders and subject matter experts who can come with her. And in the process of deploying Actvo, she intercepted one employee who was planning on leaving and has offered them a leadership position. So the net gain for that business is over $100,000 in savings for about a $10,000 spend. The second is a CEO we're working with who's driving big commercial change in their business. Bringing in AI, lots of technical people. She wants them to figure out what their role is in the future of the business. So she's signaling as a CEO, oh, we're moving, we're changing. Are you coming with me? And so this is a tool for people to figure out what is my future? What do I need to learn? What are the challenges I'm dealing with? So it shifts the mental load from her. And the expectation she's got of the product currently is that she won't need to increase HR or L&D or even set an L&D budget because it will all be on demand from employees. So that's just a couple of use cases. And just as a thank you and a wrap up, if anybody would like a free trial for themselves personally, we don't offer this to consumers yet. We will be in the future, hopefully later this year. I'm happy to give anyone this call a free trial by contacting me or via our support team. And 2-week no obligation trial for anyone in your team. So that is me, Justin.
This is fantastic. I think if you are fostering and enabling sustainable career development, a process of continual learning, that is going to be better for business. That is going to help you create a sustainable business model in the future, no matter how technology change, how trends change, the skills that you need in the business are going to be continually nurtured and developed, right?
Correct. So thank you for that great summary. Thank you for the opportunity.
We really appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the day. We are no doubt going to hear a lot more about Actvo in the future, and look forward to following your growth as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Justin.